And this is my video about we're gonna talk about Rory and Maul getting canceled because it's so stupid. It's honestly stupid. And then we're gonna talk about the Epstein file vote and what happened there because I see a lot of misconceptions, and I want to clear those up. So let's talk about Rory and Maul first. Rory and Maul, all right. They recently did an episode, and I watched the episode, and I found it effing hilarious because Maul kept going, "Baby D." I thought that was fucking funny. But needless to say, I think what's happening is people wanted to cancel them. All right, people been wanting to get Rory and Maul up out of here because they had a different opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because Maul is very Drake, Drake fan of Drake, you know what I'm saying? Supporting Drake, that's his man's. I mean, what do you expect? But at the end of the day, the part that makes it so ironic is I went through every Twitter account that was bringing up, because what they said was, they said some things about Kendrick Lamar winning a Grammy, and people were feeling away about how they said what they said, and you know what I'm saying? My thing is, it's an obvious fact. Like, Kendrick Lamar always wins Grammys. He always does. If he's in the category, he wins. I don't know many. I'm gonna research this, and I'm gonna make it a long form video. I don't know a time that he was nominated and didn't win. Whatever category he's nominated in, he wins. And that's in spite of there being great competition. In spite of that, he wins. Because there's a couple of occasions, I mean, there's two occasions where he was like cheating. I know for sure one of them was the Macklemore winning a Grammy for his album. He never should have won one. That's just my thing. He shouldn't have won. He shouldn't have won. That year, I believe that year is the Pimp a Butterfly year. Yeah, it should have been To Pimp a Butterfly. I mean, I think in the same year in that category, Nothing Was the Same was there, and even though I love Nothing Was the Same, love it. I would have gave it to Pimp a Butterfly because To Pimp a Butterfly tackled more. It tackled more. Like, it did more and did it great. Like, Nothing Was the Same is great, but Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly did more while being great. Now, they said what they said, saying like, oh, I think the clip should win a different category in this category, or I think this one, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, they all kept saying, well, we know GNX is going to win. We know Kendrick Lamar is going to win because that's how it works. It's almost like seeing Steph Curry shooting uncontested three. Like, you know it's going in. Like, it's not an if. It's going to go in. It's going in. Like, uncontested, it's going in. So, with that being said, Baby D ended up getting into, and it all started from Baby D getting into an argument with people about her saying whether or not she said she hated Kendrick Lamar. And it's funny because she did. She was like, I hate his voice. I want to listen to him. But I don't know why she was spazzing at that particular moment. I don't know why, but she did say it. Like, she said it. All right, that's the truth. That's the truth of it all. She said it. So, with her having had said that, oh man, she forgot she did. So people on the internet brought up the clip, and they showed it to her, and like, you don't even remember what you said, blah blah blah. And here's the thing, what she said was like a year ago. No, somebody on a platform is not going to remember everything they said when you talk for an hour and some change every day. Trust me, when people come up to me and they be like, yo, about my videos, like, and they're like, hey, you remember when you said this? And I'm like, no, I don't remember when I said that. Because again, on my end, they do these really long videos. On my end, I do a lot of videos, a lot. I do a lot of content, although I've taken a break because I'm relaxing my mind. I'm getting back right with myself. And the number one thing I want to do is, you know what I'm saying, come back and like really knock out the content and do it on a high level. Like that's what I want to do. But I want to make sure I'm taking care of myself. And that's one thing I was neglecting. Like I was going balls to the wall, dropping multiple videos every day for 5 years. For 5 years. I have more videos than there are calendar days in 5 years. I needed a break. I before I burnt myself out and I was no good to anybody. Like, and you could tell I was starting to burn out because the quality wasn't there. Like it just wasn't there. But as you can see and hear me talking now, I sound much better. I sound in a clearer space. I sound like things are good. So was necessary. The break was necessary. Now, back to them or whatever, they're getting crucified online. And so I took it upon myself to go, who is trying to cancel them? Who's trying to cancel Rory and Mal? And as I started going through each page and each viral post, it's Cali niggas. Again, Cali niggas. And my thing is, and then they start saying that Rory and Mal aren't hip hop. First of all, y'all don't get to decide what hip hop is and isn't. Y'all are just Cali niggas. Y'all just West Coast niggas. Stop it. You guys do not have a monopoly on hip hop. People do not have to have the same opinion as you on everything all the time. They don't have to like your guy. But here's the thing, they like your other guys. They like Tyler the Creator. They like Vince Staples. They like J-Rock. They like Schoolboy Q. They like I forget little homie's name. But he has a song with the girl I interviewed, Sydney Leona, and then fuck. He signed the TDE though. I just can't remember his name right now. Cannot remember his name for the life of me. Can't remember his name. But West Coast people, y'all do not have a monopoly on hip hop. Okay? Hip hop is diverse. Hip hop has various different opinions across the board. Okay, if they want to say like, yo, it's kind of crazy that every time he gets nominated, he wins, I don't think that's insane. I don't think that's insane to say, because even if it was Drake, bro, that'd be an insane stat. That's insane. That doesn't even make sense. Every time you're nominated, you win. So yeah, people they had some issues with it. Because it sounds crazy on paper. It sounds crazy just saying it out loud. It does. Kendrick Lamar nominated. Kendrick Lamar wins. Like, that's what it is. Every time. Every time. It's like Coffin Baby versus Atomic Bomb. Like, we know who's going to win. The Atomic Bomb. It's like Kendrick Lamar just keeps winning all the time. And it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just like, damn, like, can anybody else get a fucking Grammy? Can anybody else get one? Anybody. Notice if you watch their video, because I know a lot of people, they didn't watch their content. When you watch the video that everybody's reacting to, I watched about 40 minutes of it, right? I still got to watch the rest, because I told y'all, I found it very entertaining. No, I watched an hour of it. I have 40 minutes left. With that being said, when you watch that video, right, it's not like they advocated for like Drake getting one, or they advocated for like some, you know what I'm saying, like opposition. They asked for people to win that were actually worthy. Like, the Clips album is worthy of winning a Grammy. It's worthy. That is a good album. When you talk about rap, it's a good album. And it's not a stretch for them to win one. Excuse me. Not a stretch. But for some reason, you know what I'm saying, West Coast people want to be mad at Rory and Mal because of that. And then for some reason, Rory is like in this thing with Gina Views and some other people. And there was some dude that came on there and was like, no, you don't get to comment on this white boy and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I don't think there's a problem with white people commenting on. I don't think that's necessarily a problem, because you have Jeremy Hecht, he comments Oh, but he says what you want him to say, so it's cool. Needle drop. Oh, I guess he's not good anymore, but I guess he's good because he don't say stuff that you want him to say. Which needle drop is Fontano, by the way. Um, that's who he is. I'm trying to think of other white commentators. You have What's the Dirt. What's the Dirt was all good till he wasn't. And people were like, oh, I want to get rid of him. Like, and it's like, I don't have a problem with none of these guys. None of them. I don't have an issue with none of them. Now, my thing is, people make hip hop. Hip hop is a black art form, right? Yes, but it's not inclusively and exclusive. It's not, and it never has been. We've always had Eminems. We've always had MGKs. We've always had Vanilla Ice. We've always had white people in hip hop. Always. There's always been white people in hip hop. It's not bad for them to exist. Not bad. It's okay. Like, some white boys can really, really rap. That's okay. Just because somebody has a difference of opinion than you does not mean they're not hip hop. Rory and Mal, they cover more topics from like some cats that don't normally get the light of day than most people ever do. Ever do. A lot of people don't cover all the stuff that cover, but people would only know this if you actually watch them at length. If you watch them, you can see when they get into their bag and they get into segments and they get to talk about artists, and I'm like, who the heck is that? Oh, okay. I'm like, I'll give them some spins. I'll see what's going on with them. They're doing what you're supposed to do when you're in hip hop, not just, you know what I'm saying. Again, the stuff that goes viral is the Drake takes and all that other stuff, but they've been doing the work for a really long time, and I mean, they deserve their flowers. And even when they weren't doing their work on podcast, they was doing it then. Rory was fine then. So what's the issue? West Coast people do not have a monopoly on hip hop. Okay? As a Southern guy, okay, I'm a Southern dude living in the West Coast. Y'all do not have a monopoly on it. Y'all think y'all opinion is like law, which is why I don't discuss hip hop out here. I just don't. As far as like with other people from the West Coast, because West Coast people, like, for the most part, monolith, and they're like this. Like, all their opinions are pretty much the same. They pretty much all run the same, which is interesting for a group of people, because when you go to the South, you don't see that. Everybody has different takes. Everybody has different opinions. Like, oh, I like J. Cole more. Oh, I like Kendrick Lamar more. Oh, I like this person more. Like, there's no like loyalty to whoever it is. Like, there's none of that. It's what's the objective truth at this moment. That's what the South is. Like, what's the objective truth at that moment? Like, hey, who had the better verse? Man, shit, man, shit. 2 Chainz my guy, but man, the Game had the better verse on Ale Boombaye to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, those were discussions that were being had. You know what I'm saying? 50 or Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were having the same discussions that everybody had, and everybody was having different opinions. And that's what hip hop is. For hip hop to be art, people have to be able to judge it through their own lens. And you can't tell people that they're not hip hop because they don't see the art the way that you see it. You can't do that. That is what it is. That is what it is. But yeah, man, to Rory and Mal, man, I mean, they've been in this game a long time. Like, they don't need no advice from me. Like, they're gonna be straight regardless. They're gonna be straight regardless. I just really find that to be stupid, that people really thought, like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, they really, you know what I'm saying, they ain't hip hop no more. They ain't hip hop no more because they don't like that Kendrick Lamar wins all the time. I mean, like, If you have another, if your favorite, and I'm put it to you like this: if your favorite team is, let's say, the Dallas Mavericks, right? You'd be pissed off if the Lakers kept winning all the time. Like, you're like, yo, like, I want my team to win. Like, nah, fuck the Lakers. That's what you say. That's what you be like. You be like, fuck the Lakers. I want my team to win. I want the Dallas Mavericks to win. That's not an unreasonable take, because you're a fan of the Dallas Mavericks. Wanting someone else to win, like, man, I just want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to give a different example. Let's say it's the Miami Heat, right? Because it's in a different conference. Like, if you're a Miami Heat fan, you could be rooting for, I believe the Dallas Mavericks are West Coast Conference. So this is a perfect example. You could be rooting for the Dallas Mavericks against the Lakers because you want them to lose. You could root for OKC over Lakers because you want them to lose. You don't want your team to go up against the Lakers. Or you have some deep hatred for them or LeBron. And that's okay. That's okay. We're talking about opinionated matters. We're not talking about matters of fact. We're not talking about like something that actually matters. Like, this is not moving the needle on life. It's not. It's just music. You could turn it off and never hear it again for the rest of your life and nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's not moving the needle of life. It's not. Wake up. Go get a life. Alright, so anyway, now to talk about the Epstein file thing, because I know some of y'all came in here for that, and it's time to talk about the Epstein file. Epstein files! What the heck was that? Okay, I just seen probably some of the most reckless driving I've ever seen in my life. I seen a guy jump 3 lanes, go into the shoulder, and then swing back. Okay, that's really weird. All right, so Epstein files. So there's a big misconception, right? So as you know, House Representative, I forget her name, but anyway, from Arizona, she was just sworn in. Finally, Mike Johnson did a thing. He finally did it. Only after 40 days. Congratulations, Mike Johnson. You did your effing job. All right, so boom, she did that. She gave her little intro speech, beelined it over to Massey, signed the discharge petition. Boom, it made it 218. So now the discharge petition is done. Nobody can take their name off of it. Nobody can do anything with it. None of that. It's turned in. Boom. Now, here's what happened to happen. Congressionally, 7 days. They have 7 legislative days that it can wait. It doesn't have to. It can wait, but it must be taken up after 7 days. It must be taken up to become a bill, and then I'm trying to think. The speaker then has 2 legislative days to bring it to the floor for a vote. That's what's going to happen. The clock started today. This is the first legislative day. All right. So legislative days are days they are in session. So that would be today, possibly Friday. They're not in session over the weekend. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday again. We could end up waiting on this for a week. And then he could turn around and wait 2 more legislative days, which would then push it to right before Thanksgiving. Because you go Monday, Tuesday. So Monday or Tuesday, he'd have to do the vote. Monday or Tuesday. That's what he'd have to do. By law. By the own House legislative rules. That's when the speaker must bring it forward. Now, the speaker can bring it to the floor sooner. He can. But that's on him. That's on Mike Johnson if he wants to do that. Now, the other clarifying point is there was a House Republican representative, I forget what state he's out of, but he tried to get push the vote right then at the moment. Here's the thing. He didn't even sign the petition. He didn't even sign it. So he can't even bring it up. He didn't even sign. You can't bring up a petition you're not even a part of. You can't bring it to the floor. And then he wanted to do a unanimous consent thing. The Democrats didn't want to do the unanimous consent because it's just the House. We all vote in favor, and we all just say yay, and our name's not on it. Since they made them wait, the Democrats want everybody to put their name on it. Vote, put it on the record, so we can have it for eons and eons. Okay, for as long as America exists, on the record, your senator or your representative voted yes or no to putting the Epstein files out, or better put, protecting pedophiles. That's what they voted for. If they vote no, they voted to protect pedophiles. If they voted yes, then hey, they're trying to expose them and they're on your side. They're on the side of righteousness. Great job. Now, so it has to come to a vote. And I found that to be, like, I said this last night when I commented under his post, I find it to be tacky. It's already like 9 p.m. Like, I wouldn't say 9 p.m. Because I seen that video of him at, what was it? It was like 5 or 6 my time. So it was like 8 or 9 p.m. Yeah, it was about 8 or 9 p.m. And I find it disgusting that you want to hold a vote and do the whole rigmarole right then and there, and the government's not even back open. Like, go home, get some sleep, let the government open up, let Trump sign the bill, let the government open up, and let's then deal with it. Let's then deal with it. And now we have our CR till January 30th. Woo, 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 woo. And it's gonna be, it's gonna be cool. Now, with the Epstein files, because I know people seen the emails. The emails are released from the estate. So the estate released all the emails they had from him, right? And people are like, oh, the Republicans like, oh, you're cherry picking. I mean, what do you want them to do? Release 25,000 emails to the public? And then, like, try and get us to shift through them? 25,000, that's a lot. That's a lot of emails. That's a lot of emails. I don't think I see anybody, not even myself, and I do content, I wouldn't be able to get through those. So if they went through some and they divided the stack out amongst their staffers, and their staffers found different things and they want to point it out to us, cool, so be it. So be it. So be it. That's cool. That's fine. That's not cherry picking. That's just giving us relevant information. Why are you just gonna put out other emails? Like, if it's not pertinent to the situation at hand, if it's just Epstein just talking, because I don't see them putting out. Republicans could easily get their staffers to point out emails where he's protecting Trump, or he says Trump didn't do anything wrong. He could easily do that, but I don't see them doing it. So yeah, there's that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have that opinion, that's fine. But, like, both sides could do the same thing to each other. Like, do the work. Don't just complain online because, the Democrats were ready and they got their staffers to start flipping through there, which I believe that more than likely what they did was they put the PDF, they put it in, they uploaded a bunch of PDFs and they used Control F, and they just typed in Donald and Trump and different things, just to find different things, and it'd be highlighted and be like, okay, this email is this thing, and that email is this, and this email is that, and da 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 da. Yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with it. But yeah, the Epstein file thing, it really just boils down to procedurals and house rules. And if you want to skip those, we would have to get Mike Johnson to just go ahead and bring it to a vote today or tomorrow. But he said next week, so hey, it's next week. We've already waited this long, like, why not? We're already on the cusp of this. I would say it was refreshing to see Representative Massey and Ro O'Connor. I think it's Ro O'Connor. That's doing it with him. It was refreshing to see them on TV together, Republican and Democrat, just agreeing that, You know, this thing is really bad. This is a really bad situation. We in America do not stand for pedophiles, and we're gonna expose them. We're gonna expose them, and we're gonna get them to the farthest reaches of our society. We're gonna get rid of them. It was a refreshing conversation they had on CNN. I want everybody to watch that because they didn't rag on each other. They didn't like badmouth each other. It was just like it was just two dudes having a good conversation with the reporter about how bad this situation is and how we need to come together and stand for righteousness and what's right. Yeah. With that being said, if there's any questions, I will answer them. If not, thank y'all so much for watching the video. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. You know, and liking the vid when you watch it, and yeah, that's about it. Peace. I'm gonna get up out of here.